The plan was to create a book that you'd like to read, that lots of people would want to see. So I talked to some of my clients about what they feel is missing, and we decided that there was two things that tend to be missing from a lot of the books about sex. One was a look at the way people think, and the other was a look at the way people do, and the things that get in the way of sex. So it wasn't to be a sex manual, it was to be a book about how to have sex and how to be intimate with the constraints of life as a modern person. So things like maybe being overweight can get in the way of sex. There are all sorts of physical problems that can get in the way of sex, really quite straightforward ones that everyone might come across. Pregnancy and sex is discussed. Just life and sex, and how life gets in the way of sex, and how you can change your thinking and your behaviour to make it better, and also how you can feel that you're expressing your sexuality in every day of your life as much as possible. Well, for lots of reasons. I mean, it affects people's image. So you may be thinking you should be having more sex, or that you're having the wrong kind of sex. So having sex at all is very important for your image. It's a way of getting pleasure. It's a way of relaxing. It's a way of showing that you love somebody. I mean, there are questions in the book saying, why do you have sex? And there are probably as many answers as there are people. More probably, even more. Oh, the main impediment to having a good sex life is the way we think. Our thinking really affects ourselves, our image, whether we feel we're normal, and that we have all these do's and don'ts that we should do. So you probably think you should be having sex more often, you should be having a different kind of sex, you should be doing this, that, and the other. And actually, those rules are all your own creation. It's much more possible to just enjoy a great sex life if you relax and stop worrying about it. You should be having sex several times a day, I would say, because sex is not just intercourse. Sex is strutting your stuff, looking at yourself in the mirror, thinking you look okay, flirting, or feeling aroused by anything really, by your partner's bum, or I don't know, just a thought. But you can have sex of some description or other lots of times a day. For instance, sitting in front of the TV, you might have a jolly good snog. You might be texting your partner during the day, thinking about sex. There are all kinds of things which are sexual expression, are having sex, which aren't necessarily intercourse.